My name's Guy Kestevan and I've been a professional bike and kit tester for nearly 25 years. And one thing that really suffers when you're riding every day, whatever the weather, is your feet. In fact, I think I'm one of the only people who managed to work as an archaeologist for 3 years without getting trench foot, and then managed to get it during summer riding on the mountain bike a few years back. Something my local GP was delighted at, because I don't think she had ever thought she'd ever get to poke a pencil in a truly rotten foot and then Google it to find out if it really was a World War I disease in her own consulting room. But anyway, past few years I've been relying on these big heavy-duty insulated Dexshell shocks. I should have practiced this before the video. Dexshell socks, fully waterproof, breathable socks to get me through the darkest depths of winter. So, super pleased to have these, the latest version of the Thermolite socks. So these are kind of a lightweight insulated sock. They've got a merino wool inner, so they stay warm even when, you know, they are slightly damp from sweat. But because they breathe so fast, they're just super comfortable. If you're used to sort of waterproof socks, I mean, to be honest, I didn't use them for years because the fit was really bad and they just, well, my feet got cold in them, to be honest. They got wet, they got cold, they just didn't seem to do what they were supposed to do for me. Those Dexshells were a revelation. These are the even smarter, thinner, stretchy four-way stretch fabric, and they've still got exactly the same Perel membrane, so they're fully waterproof, windproof. Apparently they're even virus-proof, although with my feet I think the danger is from things coming from the inside outwards rather than things going from the outside in. But, so, those are your kind of winter, colder weather socks. But as you can see, I've not been riding them. So what I have been riding though are these fantastic new ultralight, ultra thin Modal socks they're called. That's because they're made with Modal, which is a biodegradable sort of pulp-based fabric, and then on the inside you've got a bamboo liner. And these are just astonishing. I mean, they've got the same Perel membranes, so they're still waterproof and breathable and fully windproof. So, but because they've got such a thin fabric to them, and you know that, and this four-way stretch is even more pronounced in this fabric, I just don't even know I'm wearing them like a normal sock. I was videoing them yesterday, and basically clean forgot to take them off until I had a shower about 8 hours later. So I've just been wandering around the house all day in waterproof socks without even realising it. And yet when I'm out on the trail, especially in conditions at the moment where it's quite warm, but you know, getting wet feet is just grim, and you know, they still get cold if they get wet. These have just been absolutely fantastic. So that's the ultra thin Modal sock. I mean, Dexshell do a huge range of different socks. I think they do 25 different socks, I counted, as well as overshoes on top of that. So, you know, from sort of knee-length waders right through to super light stuff like this. But I think for, you know, UK bikers or anyone riding in kind of a damp, temperate kind of climate, these are absolute game changers in terms of comfort. Because it just means you can run your normal shoes all year round. You don't even need to size up because there isn't that extra bulk associated with a waterproof sock. And to be fair, at 22 quid, or I think they're $29.99 if you're watching this in America, they're remarkably good value as well. And even the Thermolites are only 30 quid or $33.99 in dollars. So, properly game-changing socks, these. I mean, to be honest, it's not been the best weather to be trying these out, because obviously it has been unseasonably hot in the UK. But for the past week or so, when it's got wet again, I have been using these almost every day, and yeah, they still don't, you know, they still don't smell grim, which is another problem with waterproof socks over the time. But I mean, fully washable anyway. It's just I tend to be using them the next day, so I'm just running on a bounce at the moment. They both come lifetime warranty, and like I say, these, you know, these Dexshell socks, there are other brands out there, but these are the ones that have really, really changed the game for me in terms of wearing waterproof socks on a regular basis. So, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, click for notifications so you can see me talk about more kit that's coming in for testing. Obviously, I'll be getting into these in the colder weather. Thanks to my Patreon subscribers, whose names are scrolling up here, who help support the channel on a monthly basis so I can do more unsponsored videos like this. And thanks to Mark at Red Cloud PR for sending these Dexshell samples in and generally keeping my toes cosy for the last few years. Oh, and obviously Dexshell do gloves and hats as well, but feet are definitely the main focus for me as a mountain biker. So, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this talk through on the Dexshell Thermolite and ultra thin Modal socks. Proper, well, year-round kit for the UK, to be honest.